This is the lovely star of Hollywood and television, Betty White.
Her successful television career spanned over 6 decades and secured her spot as one of America's Golden Girls. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be learning more about the life and career of Betty White.
We have a great show for you tonight, so stick around.
Betty Marion White was born January 17, 1922 in Oak Park, Illinois, but grew up in Beverly Hills, California. Her love of performing developed in high school when she wrote and acted in a school play. Upon graduating in 1939, she began her career with small acting and modeling jobs. She eventually made a splash on radio airwaves in the 1940s with a series of shows. It wasn't long before White became an important name in the burgeoning television scene. She was even nominated for the first ever Emmy for Best Actress in Television in 1950. Soon after, she became one of the first female TV producers when she co-founded Bandy Productions in 1952. This led to White's first starring role in a television series called Life with Elizabeth. This syndicated sitcom allowed her to shine both in front of and behind the camera, and it ran until 1955. White stayed in the spotlight during the 50s and 60s by becoming a frequent and beloved guest in both late-night television and on game shows. Her appearances on Password proved especially popular and even led to White's marriage to its host, Alan Ludden, in 1963. She transformed her reputation as the first lady of game shows in 1973 with a guest spot on the already successful comedy series The Mary Tyler Moore Show. White's role as the happy homemaker Sue Ann Nivens allowed her to demonstrate both her sweet and edgy sides, and she quickly secured a spot as a full-time cast member. That role won White 2 Emmy Awards. She followed her stint on Mary Tyler Moore with a short-lived, self-titled sitcom in 1977. She kept up her profile by hosting a game show and by appearing in comedy sketches on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Why didn't you just get me a smaller fig leaf?
They don't grow that small.
She then reprised a character she had played on The Carol Burnett Show on Mama's Family in 1983. However, White's next huge success came in 1985 when she joined the ensemble cast of B. Arthur, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty as the naive Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls.
I know I look square, but I'm like my father's tractor. I take a while to warm up, but once I get going, I can turn your topsoil till the cows come home.
During its 7-season run, White was nominated for Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series every year and won once. After The Golden Girls ended, White and fellow castmates McClanahan and Getty appeared in the short-lived spin-off series The Golden Palace. Following this, White lent her star power to a number of guest-starring sitcom roles, was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame, and won an Emmy for her appearance on The John Larroquette Show in 1996. In 1999, White appeared on the big screen as a crude widow in the horror flick Lake Placid. She then appeared in some family-friendly projects, continued her successful stints on TV shows, and returned to film opposite Steve Martin and Queen Latifah in the 2003 comedy Bringing Down the House.
Oh, please. If they're in this block and not carrying a leaf blower,
White kept busy working well past her 85th birthday. However, she received renewed interest following her silver screen spot opposite Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds in the 2009 romantic comedy The Proposal. Her career received another boost in 2010 because of a hugely popular Super Bowl ad for Snickers.
You're playing like Betty White out there.
that's not what your girlfriend said.
That year, she appeared in the film You Again and was the subject of a Facebook campaign to host Saturday Night Live, which she did in May at age 88.
Looks like he's fallen, and he'll never get up.
For this, she won yet another Emmy. The television world capitalized on White's rekindled popularity by casting her in the series Hot in Cleveland that same year.
Does anyone else smell pot?
What are you, a cop?
This workaholic didn't even slow down as she hit 90. She continued guesting on TV series and lent her voice to the animated Dr. Seuss film The Lorax in 2012. Aside from her unparalleled professional resume, White has been an advocate for animal rights for much of her career. Because of this, her role as one of the pioneers of early television, and her young-at-heart attitude, Betty White is an entertainment icon.
I'm not doing it for myself, you understand.
but for those ladies out there who need me.